All right, guys. So this is a question that is one like you might see on an SAT or ACT. It's a really good reasoning kind of question. So let's take a look. If x, y is less than 0 and x is greater than 0, then what is true of y? So to me, these questions can be challenging for several reasons, but one of them is that it's just so vague or generalized or something, it's almost like, well, if I had a specific problem, maybe it would make more sense. So let's do that. Let's think, if we multiply x times y and we get something less than 0. So xy is, um, what is less than 0? It's a negative number, right? So x times y is equal to, let's say, I don't know, -6, right? If x is greater than 0, well, what does that mean? That means x is positive. So what could we multiply to get -6 if x has to be a positive number? Well, x could be 1, and that would mean y is -6. 1 times -6 is -6. If x was positive, if it was 2, 2 times what would give me a -6? Well, that'd have to be -3. If x was 3, 3 times what is -6? Then y would have to be -2. So what's common here? All of these y values have something in common. What's true of y is that y is a negative number, and they're writing it as in terms of greater or less than 0. So I would say y is less than 0. That is going to be true of y every single time. Y is going to be less than 0. Y is going to be a negative number. And so essentially they're just saying, if you multiply two numbers, something times something, and you get a negative number, if this one's a positive, what does this one have to be? It has to be a negative number. That's kind of the thinking that I would use to do that one. All right. I hope that helps. And I hope you can use that. I mean, this strategy works for lots of problems. Sometimes it's good just to like try an actual example, make up something very simple, um, and kind of go from there and see if it helps. It often does. All right. I hope that is helpful to you. I'll see you next time.